Hey loves, today I'm sharing a different type of video with you guys. Art has always been one of my very first loves. I have been doing it since I was a little girl, but as I got older, I got into other things and I actually have not touched a paintbrush in over 8 years. And 8 years is a really long time to not be creative in this sense. So I found this creative exercise that was on YouTube, and it's by creationsceecee. It's a watercolor doodle exercise that allows you to be creative without really thinking about what you're doing. So you're not putting too much limitations on yourself, and you're kind of being free with some of the doodling, some of the painting. Nothing is perfect, so that's the goal. You don't want to set limitations on yourself, and nothing has to be perfect, especially for those who have creator's block. And for me, like I said, it's been 8 years and I really miss painting. I think I'm fairly pretty good at it. As a child, I was that child that my professors was always trying to get me to enter into contests, as well as they would have me do the flyers for the schools and whatever events they had going on as a child. And as I got older, I just, like I said, I just ended up getting into other things, but I never stopped loving art. So I really wanted to get back into it, but like I said, I always felt that I was fairly decent at art, but I'm at a stage where I don't remember all the techniques that I used back then because I just stopped doing it after a period of time. So I'm using this exercise to kind of try to, I guess, try to find my niche, try to, I don't know, warm my bicycle back up. Just trying to gauge where I am, play with some of the brushes, some of the strokes, some of the techniques, to really understand what I want to start doing, what techniques I want to start using, as well as what mediums I want to get back into. I've done everything except acrylic. I worked with watercolors. I've done everything except oil painting. I worked with acrylic, I worked with gouache, I worked with watercolors, charcoal, drawing, Prismacolors, so Prismacolor markers, Prismacolor color pencils, as well as you name it, I've worked with it. I just haven't worked with oil as of yet, but I feel like when I get to actually start grasping to use oil, then that's going to be that's going to be really, really fun. Now, what I'm doing with my doodling, everything is free. I have no set direction as far as where I want to go. That's why it looks like I'm all over the place with some of the different patterns and designs on here. I wasn't sure where I wanted to go, to be honest, and I just didn't really want to think about it. So I was just randomly drawing elements and really trying to play with the techniques of the brushes to see what they would do, see the thicknesses and how thin I can make some of the strokes as well. There was no set pattern, so yeah. Now, as far as my last circle, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but I wanted to play with some lettering. And I'm a fan of comical relief humor, so I wanted to say ha 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 as my final finish. I am a fan of using multi-mediums in artwork. So I'm using a Micron pen just to highlight some of the lighter areas and some of the techniques or some of the doodlings, and I'm adding on as well. There's nothing that's concrete or nothing that's permanent or whatnot, but I'm just adding a little bit of, I guess, outlining in certain areas. I'm not even outlining everything, just areas that I feel that I may want to stand out just a little bit more. Now, if you're ever looking to highlight certain areas, gouache is a really good medium to use, and a lot of artists will tell you that they like to use gouache because it's more, I want to say pigmented or more opaque, and it's strong, but it really highlights areas. But right now, I just have a white Prismacolor color pencil, so that's what I'm going to use. And this, again, this is new for me, so I'm really playing with some of the techniques and seeing what medias I like and what I would like to start using from here on out. So I'm just having fun right now. And I wanted to add on just a little bit more warmness to this exercise. This is, like I said, this is a free-spirited exercise. Nothing's concrete. You're not supposed to be doing too much thinking, and it's okay to work quickly on this. So again, I just wanted to create something that had a little bit more warmness. Like I said earlier in another video, that green is my favorite color, so I wanted to pick shades of colors that can kind of complement the green. And you know, even though it's a little bit muted, I wanted to create the other mediums to kind of bring out some of the pop of color. And I feel like when you use multiple mediums, it really does help to create dimension to any artwork that you're going to use. So whether you're using watercolor or gouache, color pencil, gel pens, or whatever. Overall, this was a pretty cool exercise to be able to do for those who have creator's block or aren't sure or really want to just practice with using some of the techniques as well as some of the tools used to be creative. So this was a fun warm-up, let's say that. And I intend on doing more of these until I get to build up to doing what I really want to do within the next couple of months. So thank you, creationsceecee, for putting this out there on YouTube and sharing it with your audience and kind of helping us with our creative block and just helping us. This piece, I did a study on feathers. I didn't have any feathers in front of me, but I just wanted to play with some color. I did not record this painting, but I intend on recording others as time goes by. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, you guys, bye bye.